What's going on, Alabama fans? Chris Daughtry here with the Alabama Football Report. Appreciate you guys joining us for today's show. While the college football playoffs did start yesterday, and the 12 teams is just too many teams seems pretty solid right now. While some of those teams were getting the crap beat out of them, Alabama was doing work in the transfer portal. So we'll continue to talk about the transfer portal today and kind of, who Alabama picked up and what it's going to mean for their roster next season. Also today, 247 Sports reporting some injury news on Kadyn Proctor. So we'll also talk about that on today's video. So make sure you guys do not miss out on any Alabama football news or rumors. Make sure you join the Noti gang here at the Alabama Football Report. Turn those notifications on. Go back to where you first subscribed. Change it from personalized to all on that bell icon so you get a notification every single time we post a video, a short, a community post, anything like that. Make sure you guys turn those notifications on so you do not miss out on any Alabama football news. All right, the first player here to commit to Alabama yesterday was Kam Dewberry, offensive lineman out of Texas A&M. And this is going to end up, I think, being a really big commitment for Alabama out of the transfer portal, considering what you're losing at that spot. You know, he has played mostly that left guard spot at Texas A&M, 875 career snaps there. And what he is really going to bring to you out of the transfer portal is experience. He's played over 1,000 snaps in 3 seasons at Texas A&M. And, considering what he has done there, I think he's done a pretty good job. Only 1 penalty in those 3 years, has only given up 3 sacks as well. And like I said, he has played mostly left guard at Texas A&M. So I do think he's going to be given an opportunity to replace Tyler Booker at that left guard spot. Also, just for a note for you guys, I got William Sanders there at that left tackle position. He has mainly played guard so far in his career here at Alabama. I just needed some space to be able to put Kam Dewberry there under Tyler Booker. So just a little note for you guys there. William Sanders has played mostly guard, but he's going to be another guy. I don't think there's been any promises to Kam Dewberry about playing time or anything like that, but he does only have 1 year of eligibility left. So I do think he's going to be one of those main guys to look at next season at that left guard spot. Really like also what you have from Ola Salinan. We'll see what happens with Jaden Roberts, what his decisions are. Gino Vandermark, I'm sure, is also going to get an opportunity over there. So we'll see. But for right now, I do think this is a pretty solid pickup for the Crimson Tide out of the transfer portal. So go ahead, get down there at the pinned comment of today's video, guys. Grade the commitment of Kam Dewberry, A, B, C, D, or F. Like I said, it is the pinned comment of today's video. So make sure, that ad's going to play probably right here on YouTube. Get down there, take advantage of it, and get interactive here with the Alabama Football Report. All right, the second player to sign with Alabama yesterday, Isaiah Horton, wide receiver out of Miami. He has 3 years of eligibility left as well, so Alabama could definitely take advantage of getting this guy out of the transfer portal. And I think, we've all kind of been a little bit worried at that wide receiver position. You had multiple guys hit the transfer portal. You got multiple guys banged up there as well. But adding a guy like Isaiah Horton, he's expected to be one of Miami's, if not, one of the best, their number 1 wide receiver going into next season. He was the number 3 wide receiver this year, had over 600 yards as well, had a couple touchdowns, 56 receptions, and he's also a bigger body guy, one of the bigger wide receivers that Alabama will have on their roster coming up next season here. And you kind of start to see the vision, right? You got this kid, he's 6'4", 205. You got Jeremy Bernard, Ryan Williams. Add in a guy like Derek Meadows that you signed in this 2025 recruiting class. He's listed as about 6'5", 200 pounds as well. You'll be getting Jalen Hale back. This is going to be a really fun wide receiver room, I think. You're really starting to see the vision here. You got Latsier Brooks as well out of that 2025 class. Cole Adams will be coming back as well to fill in some of those utility spots. Jalen Mbakwe wants some offensive snaps as well. So, early on, I was really worried about this wide receiver room with some of those guys hitting the transfer portal. And then, you heard here at Bubba Hampton, guys like that, were also banged up a little bit. So you're only going to have a couple guys going into the ReliaQuest Bowl, that are healthy for Alabama, because obviously Isaiah Horton isn't going to be, joining the team immediately for that bowl game or anything like that. Like I said, it's a big pickup for Alabama, and they were going after a couple different guys as well out of the transfer portal. Kevin Concepcion, we'll see where that goes, if it goes, anywhere else, for Alabama, or if they're, pretty much locked up and done at that wide receiver spot. We'll make sure you guys, get a short or a community post at least. I know yesterday when everything was going down, I was out doing a lot of Christmas shopping, trying to get some of that stuff done. So a little bit of a later short on that front for you guys, but I did get one out there for you. Just letting you know all the latest news and rumors, the commitments out of the transfer portal for the Crimson Tide. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you do not miss out. Trying to beat the December subscriber number that we had from last year. So help me out. We're about, less than 300 away there. So I think we have a pretty decent chance. We're only about, 10 days or so left here in the month of December. So do not miss out on any Alabama football news or rumors or transfer portal, things of that nature. Make sure you guys hit that sub button for me right now. We'll continue on to talk about some more guys here in just a second, but today's show is presented by Game Time. Game Time is focused on togetherness this holiday season, and that means when you bring people together at live events, the experience is just that much better, and it is the perfect gift in time for the holiday seasons. Game Time has a new feature now called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see live events even easier. Game Time Picks just filters out all the fluff to show you only the incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets, whether or not you're going to go to Alabama's bowl game, the ReliaQuest Bowl, coming up here in just, about a week away here now, 10 days or so away against Michigan. You can go ahead and get tickets for that. You can see Alabama basketball. We got Georgia Tech versus Vandy coming up here in just a couple of days as well. And guess what, guys? Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer you get to the start of the event. So if you live in Birmingham and just, last minute want to go to a college football game, you can get those tickets last minute on Game Time as well. Some of my favorite features are the seat views as well. You can get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy, so you know exactly what you're working with when you get those tickets off of Game Time. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, and redeem promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Remember, terms do apply, but again, create an account and redeem promo code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. That link will be in the comment section and the description of today's video. So download Game Time today, because what time is it? It's game time. All right, Alabama also had a third player here sign on Saturday with the Crimson Tide out of the transfer portal. Colorado linebacker Nikhai Hill-Green also committed to Alabama, and I do think this is a big pickup as well when it comes to what you have coming back at that linebacker position. We don't really know quite yet where Alabama's going to be sitting. You got a couple guys out there who have decisions whether or not they go off to the NFL draft. You also have a guy like Justin Jefferson who could go off to the NFL draft, or there's a chance he could get an extra year because of that Diego Pavia versus the NCAA case. But this, whether or not anything like that happens with a guy like Justin Jefferson, this is a big pickup. Whether or not he's going to be a starter for you next year, or whether or not he's just going to be one of those added depth pieces, kind of like how Justin Jefferson was this year. He was, before you had Deontay Lawson's injury, he was a guy that, really just came in, on certain situations and things like that. So depending on what you're looking at, guys returning and whatnot next year for Alabama, Nikhai Hill-Green really stepped up this season for Colorado. He was second team all Big 12. And he was also, you see right there, he started off his career signing with Michigan in that 2020 class. Courtney Morgan was at Michigan at that time. So that was that connection there. to kind of lead him to Alabama. You also got the playing style and everything like that as well. But really, Courtney Morgan was the guy, I think, that really led the charge here to get him at Alabama now. And like I said, you got Justin Jefferson sitting there. We're going to have to see. He could go off to the NFL draft. He could possibly come back for another season. Going to have to wait, for all that different stuff to really shake out there to see, what it's really going to look like. But then you also got Jeremiah Alexander really he's a guy as well that I'm super excited to see once he gets his opportunity. He's been banged up a little bit. Deontay Lawson, he got injured. Seems like a pretty significant injury for him. So, look, he's got another year of eligibility left. He could come back for Alabama. I guess it really just depends for him how long he's going to be out with that injury. Jahad Campbell, definitely going to be a guy that's off to the NFL draft. So I think Nikhai Hill-Green is definitely going to be a guy that steps in and probably going to be a starter for you. But like I said, you got those three guys there at that sting linebacker position who I think can adjust and move around as well. I really like what you see from Justin Okoronkwo in his playing time. Caden Reese really flies around. QB Reese, I think, has really filled in to really look like a pretty solid linebacker. We haven't seen him play a lot, but I think just his body size and how he's kind of changed. His body has changed, kind of, filled out now that he's been in the program for a couple of years now. I think Alabama's got a lot of solid talent at that linebacker spot. Plus, you also have guys like Darrell Duke Johnson, Luke Metz, Abdul Sanders also coming in from that 2025 class. So I'm not too worried right now about what Alabama has at linebacker. It's really going to be more so who is going to be in this linebacker room next year, depending on what happens when the NFL draft. So what do you guys think? Let me know here in the comments section one more time. Do you guys think Justin Jefferson will go off to the NFL draft this season? Type Y for yes or N for no in the comment section of today's video. So this is pretty much what Alabama is working with currently right now. We'll continue to see. I'm sure they'll host a couple more guys, especially as the college football playoffs continue to move on and progress. Teams are going to get eliminated. They have that extra window. Of course, the transfer portal window, it closes technically on December 28th, I believe that date is. But as those teams who have later bowl games like Alabama and like those teams in the playoffs, they have, I believe that window is 5 extra days after they get eliminated for some of those portal players to jump in as well. So as of right now, Alabama's got 5. I think really going quality right now over quantity when it comes to the transfer portal. But, man, I don't think you can really complain with what Alabama has, brought in terms of depth and I think guys who could start for you next season as well. All right, last thing before we get out of here as well, 247 Sports reporting today that Kadyn Proctor will miss the ReliaQuest Bowl coming up here just in a couple of days. You remember back at the beginning of the season, Kadyn Proctor missed the first couple of games, with a shoulder injury that he suffered, I believe, during warm-ups of one of those first games of the season for Alabama. So don't think it's going to be anything significant. He's going to have, a minor procedure, I believe, on that shoulder to, get him situated and get him back, in time for Alabama's spring camp. So don't really know quite yet who's going to be playing that left tackle spot for Alabama. Elijah Pritchett, you remember he was the guy that filled in early in the season. They started Wilkin Formby off on the right side of the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they throw Elijah Pritchett back over there to the left side or just try Wilkin Formby over there on that left side as well. So I'm sure we'll figure out that, if not soon, we'll figure it out once the game gets started anyways for Alabama, because right now they're a little bit tight at that tackle depth, with a couple guys entering the transfer portal as well for them. So let me know one more time, last time to get interactive here on the show today. Who do you guys think starts at left tackle for the Crimson Tide during the ReliaQuest Bowl against Michigan? Type EP if you think it's going to be Elijah Pritchett. They move him back over there, considering, like I said, he started the first couple games there of the season to fill in for Kadyn Proctor. Or do you think they put Wilkin Formby over there on the left side and keep Elijah Pritchett over on the right side? If you think it's Wilkin Formby that'll start at that left tackle spot, go ahead and type WF in the comment section of today's show.